Yeah. We bout to break this shit loud, we bout to break this shit down. We bout to wow, we bout to shut this shit down. Don't you play around, yeah. Just tune in, nigga, it's the ruler. Nigga say it's my time, so it's my way. The coolest nigga, they say who this nigga, bitch is fire flame. Don't you violate. Rate the money like 100,000, it's 100 hours just to stack, my nigga. I say niggas never really known to doubt him. If it's fire, then we bring it back, my nigga. Whoa. Know you hooked on my new web, or sell for the dead. Every time I go out, niggas know this my fest. I tell them we all on the way. I wasn't down for the way. I tell them I need this shit now. My nigga, we all about to stay. We about to break this shit loud. We about to break this shit down. We about to wow. We about to shut this shit down. Don't you play around. My niggas is down. We about to break this shit loud. We about to break this shit down. We about to wow. We about to shut this shit down. Don't you play around. My niggas is down. My niggas is down. My niggas is down. My niggas is down. Yeah.
Yo, Breaking Music Live, WBML Radio.
This is Mike Neely calling.
What's going on with your Mike? It's your boy Flame, man.
Yeah, this is Mike Neely calling.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we good, man. We live right now, man.
No problem.
All right. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Breaking Music Live, WBML Radio, man. And I got that guy in the building, man. Need no introduction. You already know what it is. Mike Neely is in the building. Def Jam representative, AMG Music Group. Y'all, come on, man. Show some love, show some love, show some love, show some love right now, man. Straight like that, man. What's been going on with you, big dog?
Nothing, just hanging out, marketing and promoting my clients, and, doing what the music does.
Right, man. So, we got you live in the building now, man. So just give us a little bit of a rundown about yourself, man.
Oh, my name is Mike Neely. I've been in the music industry going on 30 years. I've been an independent consultant and a mentor. I work with such legends as Bushwick Bill, Twister, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Bootsy, Dave Hollister, just to name a few. The list goes on and on of so many people I've worked with. Up to date is Bootsy, a young cat that's coming out of Wisconsin called Scooby Smith. Got a new song out with Snoop, and got a song that's doing pretty good on Spotify called Bag It Up. He's got over 500,000 streams and growing. A guy by the name of So Loyal to a G. He's doing good with a song called All He Does Is Talk His Trap. Amazing artists, amazing people. We also have an old school artist called Paulie Carmen. He's coming out with a new single under Universal. You guys remember him from the old school? Is How About Us? Old school R&B.
Yeah.
The group he's a part of is called Champagne.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, man. So, tell me a little bit about how the industry work a little bit, man. Like, what it take to break off into it, man. We were going to go on and get down to the nitty-gritty, man. Got a lot of hungry artists out here right now, man. They've been waiting to hear a little bit of insight from a real OG, man.
Okay. When it comes to the industry, the key points is what an industry looks at is your fan base, your radio play, and video footage of you out there really working the streets and working your music and going out there like that. Because anybody can write anything on Facebook doesn't mean they're out there networking and pushing their music to the next level of the game. Now, understand, people may think we're not paying attention to any artists or we don't know what we're doing, but we do. A lot of these artists out here are doing the wrong thing by buying fake followers and fake streams and fake Facebook likes, not knowing that we as a label have the inside plug to all these platforms that you're buying the fake followers and streams and we could tell what's real or fake.
So y'all could really actually like pinpoint that shit all the way down to the T.
Correct.
Okay. So y'all already know what it is, man. Mike Neely in the building, man. So like, how did you start off like working with Def Jam and stuff?
I was doing it on my own first, being a consultant, and one of my friends said Def Jam's been watching, and he hit me about a year and a half ago, and he asked me the question, do I want to be an A&R for Def Jam? Which, with Def Jam, you never say no to. Well, certain labels you don't say no to. Def Jam's one of them.
Right.
You know, because that's what I grew up with, Def Jam in the house, you know, artists, LL Cool J and things like that. But when they gave me the position, it took me about a month to really let it sink in my head because I thought it was a joke somebody was playing.
I know, right?
And then I found out that it wasn't a joke. Then I got a paperwork from them stating da-da-da-da-da. And I ran with it ever since, never looked back, never doubted it. It's a great company to work with. I mean, every company has good and bad, you know what I'm saying, which the good overrides the bad. And the fact is, they're loyal. They don't matter if you got any situation that's going on, they're not going to turn their back on you. They stand in your corner from the beginning to the end until you decide to walk away. And that's what a family is. You know what I'm saying? For good or worse, we're here for you. And I like that, especially when it comes to the music industry, because there's a lot of dogs out there, a lot of people that would take your knowledge and use it for their own. Def Jam doesn't do that. They let you be you and grow and be, as long as you're positive and you do it the right way, they believe in you.
Right. Okay. So tell me a little bit about this AMG Music Group, man.
AMG Music Group is an indie label that was started by me, a friend of mine named Martha Samasoni out of New Zealand, and who was it? Candy Dales out of Texas. It was put on the table, you know, and we had manifest it. And because I deal with such labels and indie major labels dealing in the music industry, I decided to be a different label and get major distribution through Universal. Because there's a lot of indie labels, but they don't have major distribution. And we're one. We don't. Yeah, a lot of indie labels out there don't have major distribution. They'll tell you they have it, but they don't have it. You know, they may be using CD Baby or something like that as a distribution platform, which is all good. But we want to be different, so we got major distribution. And with that, we got the permission to use Universal, because if you got major distribution with Universal, you are allowed to use their name. And our company is called AMG Music Group, distributed by Universal.
So that was a big key player right there.
Yeah. You know, a lot of companies say Universal or they're Universal, they're a division of Universal. We're not a division of Universal. We're an indie label that's getting distributed by Universal. It's a big difference. And the staff and everybody, from me on down to the A&Rs, to the senior VP of A&Rs, which is Rock, and the VP of A&Rs, which is Anthony Shaw, and the A&Rs we have, we all take pride in that label. I show them what the majors are looking for, and we try to do the same thing as the majors. Whatever the majors offer, we can offer as an indie label. Radio, FM, BDS, you name it, we do it.
Wow. So like, what are the industry looking for right now? What type of talent are they like really out here actually searching and looking for?
The labels are looking for artists that have a large fan base and have good music, not just any music, but good music, and have good business sense. And that's what the labels are looking for. Where's your music at? Oh, it's on Reverb. That doesn't mean nothing to us. It's on SoundCloud. That doesn't mean nothing to us. What about the analytics of it being played on the radio, or your streams are like? What is your streaming like? If you got less than 1,000 on streaming, It's a iffy question. You know what I mean? That's what you got to look at. So when it comes to music, those are the key factors. And is your business in order? Are you registered? Is your music registered? A lot of these artists don't want to register their music. They may register the first day they start the music, get into the business, but they won't register every song they put out. Then they get mad because they don't have no money or they're not getting any money. If your music's not registered, don't expect to get paid because there's no way to track it.
So how often do you see that in, like, independent artists? There's not business and ready, prepared to go.
It's 60-40. A lot of them are not prepared to go. A lot of them are not prepared to invest in themselves. They want other people to do it. But as an industry, we look at, wait a minute, you want us to invest $40,000 into your music career, but you won't invest a couple hundred in your music career. That's not going to
work. And y'all heard that shit first right here, man, on Breaking Music Live, WBML Radio, man. We live right now with Michael Neely right now. Talking to, like, just giving y'all straight up game, man, like where y'all need to be getting at. So right now, if you could tell an artist something good, what how can you, like, inspire him to go do what kind of moves he need to make right now?
Pick out the right marketing and promotion team and be understanding to them, and then you'll go far. A lot of these artists pick up this nickel and dime marketing and promotion companies and then wonder why they're not going nowhere.
Right.
Just remember, nothing happens overnight. You either got a choice. You can take long-term money or short-term money. If you're smart, you get that long-term money. That's going to happen every day, every year, on and on and on and on. Not that short-term money that's not going to ever happen.
So when you be talking about the blueprint, you know, we had a conversation the other day, and I was wondering about the blueprint, man. Just touch a little bit on about the blueprint on each artist and about the situation you went through about dealing with another artist that you couldn't use it on.
I mean, the blueprint to me is a scheduled plan that you should use that's going to get you out there to the masses. A lot of artists don't use a blueprint because they want to listen to their friends or the nigga next door to them, and that's not a good look.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up screwing yourself over because you're doing something that's not going to make sense. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to get your music out there and get it going.
Right. So, like, the blueprint, just like basically boiling it down to, is like just having the right people put in place.
And that is correct. With the right blueprint, you'll see the results that you're asking for.
So what kind of blueprint you use? Like just like if you're going, like, say for instance, like how you did with Scooby or something like that.
Yes, I have a certain blueprint. What I do, I look at all the analytics and I look at your weak points and your strong points, and then I make the weak strong and the strong stronger, and that's the direction I take. And I go outside the box. A lot of these people go inside the box. I think outside the box. If I was an artist, what would I do? If I was an artist, where would I go? How would I get my music out there?
Right.
And that's the direction I take.
Okay, man. Y'all heard that shit first right here on Breaking Music Live, WBML Radio. So tell me this right here, man. What's your plans with Scooby right now? You know what I'm saying? I know y'all Spotify is up there with streaming very well. Got a song with Snoop Dogg. We gonna air tonight also. So tell me what's the next step with y'all?
Yeah, Scooby wants to go gold. He's at 500,000 on his Spotify for one song. We're looking to go gold with him. And then the song that's going to drop with Snoop, that's going to drop under Sony. We want that song to go platinum. And that's all we require. It may be high to a lot of people, but that tells us that we do our job right. If we get him to go gold, we've done our job. And that's where a lot of people are not understanding. Most companies will only be with you for a short time and then they fizzle out. We don't do things short term. We do long-term investment. We show you what's going to happen long-term. As long as you do your part of the bargain and keep paying for the services, we're going to keep grinding and going that extra mile and getting you on radio, getting you out there to help your music push and go.
Right. So what do an artist got to do to get services like to get them ahead of the game messing around with AMG?
Well, AMG is got a company that does your marketing and promotion. It's called Ada Media Group. They do the marketing and promotion for AMG. That company strives on showing proof, not just running off at the mouth, but they show you proof of what they're doing. Like when you ask for radio, they'll show you your radio reports every month. Okay. If you're asking for blogs, you'll get a list of all the blogs that you're already featured on. Okay. You want distribution, that everything they offer, I like it because it's proof. It's not just running off at the mouth.
When you going to be really actually like dealing with some of the underground artists that's funneling through Breaking Music Live? That's the company question right there.
Now, I mean, for us to deal with them, even from the radio station, they got to have a budget because in order for them to make money, it takes money. Like our smallest package we have is $600. That gives them distribution, that gives them radio, and that gives them blog placement. And we're not talking about internet radio, we're talking about FM radio. BDS radio, put it that way. Because I've had clients tell me they don't want BDS, they want FM, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah. So that's that. So y'all hearing this shit right here, right now, man. Soak this game up, man, and just tell them a little bit about how the stream and stuff work too before we get up out of here, man. I know you got a little more things to go. You got going on, man, but just tell them how important it is to get your music registered and streaming that shit, and how your company can help.
Yes, streaming is major because you can get 20 people to listen to your music compared to you getting 20 people to buy your music. And streaming is a good way and a cheaper way to getting the gold albums, the platinum, the double platinum albums that you're asking for. And it's an easier way to promote it instead of you physically going city to city, state to state, trying to promote your music. Get the link and share it on your social media. You know what I mean? Right. Don't matter to who, just share it and let people hear the music on their own time.
And that's going to accumulate them dollars right there.
Good.
So y'all heard that shit first, man. I can't speak. Hey, listen here, man. Hey, I told y'all he was going to be in the building, man. Straight like that, man. So, like, how many different packages do you have real quick before we get up out of here? Like I mentioned, the cheapest one we have is $600. The most expensive one we have is about $50,000. So it really depends on the budget. I mean, if they got $600, we have a package to fit them. We can give them distribution, we can give them radio and blog placement. What do 50,000 get? Damn.
50,000 gets you video placement on all major networks like VH1, all urban video shows. Get you talk shows on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Get you major distribution with your single. And it's a pretty good package. Because most of these new artists out here, they're spending about $20,000 just on radio alone. So we can go that direction. I mean, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Because we try to maximize that $50,000 and get as much as we do as much as possible. But we tell the artists start off at $600 every month and let's work up from there. You know what I mean? Go from here, do this.
Damn. Man, y'all heard that shit, man. I'm amazed just like y'all is, man. So, hey, make sure y'all get y'all budget together, man. That's going to be key to this whole move that you're trying to do right now as an artist that's trying to break into the industry or just make money. What about an artist just want to make money, just don't want to be in the industry, want to be a successful independent label?
Yeah, you're right. It just takes them wanting to work. If they really want to get ahead in the industry, then we can help them. If they want to sit back and watch other people succeed and get hate, and then try to be the hater talking about why we ain't moving, because you only paid for 1 month of marketing. What you expect?
Yeah.
It takes anywhere from 8 months to a year just to get noticed. So if you're going to pay for 1 month of marketing and promotion, don't expect you to get signed just because of that or get noticed because of that.
Rightly, man. Y'all heard that shit first, man. It was Michael Neely in the building, man. Breaking Music Live, WBML Radio, man. I appreciate you calling in, man, taking the time out with us, man. I knew we stretched it a little bit, man, but I had to try to squeeze out a little bit more out of you, man.
No problem. I want to give a shout-out to a few people that's been behind the movement of AMG and everything I do. Is that okay?
Yeah, man. Go on, get your shout-outs right now, man.
I want to give a shout-out to Rock. He's a VP, senior VP of A&Rs for AMG Music Group. I want to give a shout-out to Anthony Shaw. He's the VP of A&Rs. I want to give a shout-out to Martha Samasone. She's the vice president of AMG Music Group. I want to give a shout-out to Easy Life Cigars because they sponsor us and everything we do. They got their official Cuban cigars, the American Gangster cigars. I want to give a shout-out to everybody who's in this movement to give out good music, good vibe, and stay positive. I want to give a shout-out to all of y'all. Keep up the good work. Stay focused. Stay humble. Positive minds move forward.